Hello, online crew. How are you? I'm having technical difficulties today. So I'm here, which is a good thing, but I'm trying to get the live to go live in the group. So I'm just clicking a few buttons in the background here. I don't know what goes on with, I'm not sure if this is going to work. I will try. Hang on. Actually, I don't know. Hang on. Just bear with me. Let's see. How are you all? I love tech difficulties. Now, this is not going to work for me. I have this weird thing with my computer. When I go live, when I go from a Zoom to StreamYard, which is what I'm live streaming on, and it's not going to work for me. No, I don't want to live stream. Hang on. I'm going to redo that. And I don't think this is going to work. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the live stream working in my group. My camera doesn't work. No, it's not going to work. So what I'm going to do while I'm live, discard that. I'm going to share from my business page because I should be anyone that's watching. So nobody will be able to watch from the group. They're probably wondering where I am. So I'm going to share from more options, share to a group, social media. Okay. No, we'll just post. If you're watching on Instagram, you're just watching me sort of kind of talk to myself. And if you're watching on my business page, we are live. I'm just trying to share the live into my Facebook group, which it didn't want to play nicely for me. But I'm hoping now that I am live in the group, although they've probably given up on me over there because it's 5 minutes later. You'll always know, okay, we are streaming live into the group, so I'll come back here. You'll always know with me, I have never, and I've got my phone sitting in the corner there. It's all happening. Whoa. Sorry, Instagram people. I just completely dropped my phone on the ground. So they went on for a little ride with me. We'll put you guys back there on Instagram. Okay. We're here on my business page. Okay. Are you laughing at me right about now with all my technical difficulties? Let's just get on to it. I'm sorry. Sometimes things work, sometimes things don't. But you'll always know, I don't think I have ever just missed a live. So you'll know if I'm scheduled to do a live and I don't turn up, it's because I'm having a technical difficulty of some sort and you just got to hang out for a few minutes and I will be there, which is what's happening today. So let's start again. Hello. How are you, online crew? This is my first live video of the week and going swimmingly well with technical difficulties, but we're here. And what we're here to talk about today is a common mistake I see people make on social media. And this just comes up over and over and over again. And it becomes really apparent to me. I'm doing one-on-one calls with some of my VIP students at the moment, and I'm reviewing all their work. And it just sticks out every single time that I review somebody's work. So I wanted to share this with you because I just see this all the time. I see it's a missed opportunity. I think people waste a lot of time on social media because they're missing what I'm going to share with you in this live. Okay. So this is one of these live videos that, and I do say this a lot, I really want you to hear what I'm saying in this video because it's that important. The thing with social media is you can spend a lot of time. Some of you may have been on social media for not just months, but years. and you're still not getting, very many results from it. And you're wondering, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I can't crack the code on social media. I see other people have success. That's not me. I'm modeling what other people are doing, but it's just not working for me. Does that sound familiar to anybody? So if that kind of resonates with you, then just really listen to what I'm sharing with you in this live today. If we haven't met before, if you're new, I don't normally start my live videos with a whole lot of technical difficulties like I have today, but welcome. I help social sellers with systems and automation, and really helping people understand the authenticity of what it takes to be on social media, and the ABC of social selling success, which is attracting people to you, building your brand and influence online so you can convert to get more sales. So if that's not happening for you, something's breaking down with that ABC of social selling success. Okay, so that's what we've got to sort of dissect. But if you're here with me live, say hello. Let me know you're here. Hi, Dean. How are you? Hello, Liz. Good to see you on. We've got Leonie as well. Yes. Hello, Jay. Good to see you on from Australia. And those of you watching on Instagram as well, or YouTube, so welcome to the live. So in a nutshell, I'm going to make a statement and then I'll explain it. Okay. So I believe one of the biggest mistakes that network marketers, particularly because we're in a relationship business, we're not just selling. There are other businesses out there. There are lots of people online that their job is to just sell. They just sell. They've got a brand and they sell. We're not in that space as much because we're in a relationship business. Whether we like it or not, we are in a relationship business. When you're in a network marketing model, a social selling model, then you are the middleman between the customer and the kind of the end product. You're like a distributor or an ambassador or a promoter or whatever your company calls you. Okay. And if people don't like you, they're not going to buy anything off you or join your team, obviously. So we are in a relationship business. So on social media for this industry, it is absolutely critical that you pay attention to that. Okay. So I believe one of the biggest mistakes that network marketers make on social media is that you are putting content out there that you think you should. So you create content that you think you should put out there, but it's totally missing you and your story. Now, let me explain. I really want to try to explain this to you so you get it. Okay. Have you ever gone to social media and thought, like, I need to post something. I haven't posted something for a few days. I need to post. I need to come up with a social media plan. I need to, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. What am I going to post? And you're putting a plan together, or you're putting content together, or you're creating reels or TikTok, short form video, and you're creating content. So you're doing the do. Some of you are really good at doing the do, but you're creating what you think you should create, but it doesn't quite feel right to you. It doesn't quite feel genuine, authentic. It doesn't flow for you. It doesn't, you're not doing it with ease. It feels a little bit forced, and it feels a little bit fake, and it feels a little bit teachy. Does anyone feel that? Because what I see a lot of is people turn into this person when they create content of what you think you should put out there, and it ends up being very teachy. So the biggest thing I can sort of share with you regarding in this industry, we are in a relationship business. If you can treat your posts, your short form videos, your conversations, how you write on your personal profile, and treat your content like you're actually talking to somebody in person, sharing your journey, sharing your story, sharing the reasons, sharing the vision, sharing why you're doing what you're doing, sharing how it is that you help people and the reason behind that, and you stick to that, you're going to get human connection so much quicker. Majority of you are missing human connection with your social media. So the reasons for that is you're not talking like a human anymore. You're teaching too much. You're not even sharing your story anymore. You're not sharing why your business means what it does to you. You're not sharing the vision of the reason that you're doing your business. You're not sharing the story of where you were before you started using products. And now, you've lost all the story. You've lost your authentic voice. You've lost what it all means for you. You've lost the vision of it. You've lost the pain of where you've come from. And you're not talking like you would if somebody was standing in front of you in your lounge room. You're pushing out content because you think you should share content in a certain way. You look at, and it might look like a number of things like, here's a few examples. You're looking at other people and you're copying their content. You could be doing that. Hopefully you're not, but even I do it, like in my coaching community, every week I share a content creation idea. And I'll write something and I'll share it with my network marketing team. Not for the intention that anybody should copy somebody 100% on social media, because it's not you. You can get inspiration from other people that are selling the same stuff as you. You can get inspiration and guidelines and, model what other people are doing that are selling similar things to you. Absolutely. But you shouldn't 100% copy what somebody else says, because it's not your story. It's not your journey. It's not yours to tell. So when you're sharing on social media, what's your story? Have you forgotten to share your story? Are you forgetting to share why you're doing what you're doing? Are you forgetting to share where you're going and where the pain that you're trying to stay away from? I say this all the time. People are motivated by two things. So if you want people to watch your content, read your content, listen to you, your content should always have an element of a pleasure, a dream, a vision. You're taking somewhere where they want to go. Or you're taking away from a problem that somebody's got, a fear that somebody's got, somewhere they don't want to be. Is your content covering that? So when I'm looking at, let me give you some more specifics. When I'm looking at short form videos and I'm looking at covers, you've got to have a cover. You've got to have a hook. You've got to have an attention grabbing statement. And I'll read it and it'll be one word or two words. It's like, what does that even mean? So even on your attention grabbing hooks, headlines, first line of a personal profile, cover of a short form video, what is it sharing? Is it is it giving somebody, like normally a good attention grabber or a good hook is something that somebody wants to know. It's curiosity based. It's, oh yes, I want to know that, because it takes them to where they want to go, or it takes them away from a pain. Even with a few words in attention grabber and a hook. Am I making sense? So posting what you think you should post could look like you're copying somebody else's content and maybe slightly making it your own. If you copy somebody else's content, make it more of your own. Bring in more of your own story. Bring in more of your own journey. That's what makes it unique to you. If you sound like everybody else on social media, you will blend in with everybody else on social media. So what's your spin? What's your take? What's your story? What's your words? What's your, how are you saying it? AI is amazing We all know that. Hopefully, you're utilizing it to help you come up with copy. But I can pick AI from a mile away because of how somebody is sharing it on their social media, because it's not written like you would write normally. It's not written like you would speak to somebody. It's written like AI. Absolutely use AI, but don't get lost in using AI when it doesn't even sound like you anymore, or you've lost your genuine story in your content. You're just sharing what you think you should share, but you've lost you. You've lost your voice. You've lost your journey. You've lost your story. People buy into stories. Movies are stories. TV shows are stories. Why do people watch things, listen to things, read books, read articles? Because it takes them on a journey. What journey are you taking people on when they read your content or listen to your videos? Or are you just talking at people with words, information versus emotion? I say that all the time. Are you kind of hearing what I'm putting down? Another way this might show up is you're sharing content because you know you should, and you should share content every day or close to, or something like that. But it's not flowing for you. You're forcing your content, or you're sitting there thinking, I don't know what to post. I should post something today, but I don't know what to post. You've lost your story. You've lost your meaning. You've lost you. You are your biggest asset on social media with how you share content from your voice. But it's got to be understood by people. People don't understand one words on the covers of your short form videos, or 2 words or 3 words. They're just words. You've got to put meaning behind words, meaning behind your content, meaning behind your story. If you do that just a little bit better than you're doing right now, you'll get human connection quicker. When you get human connection with somebody, your business will grow faster, because you're actually genuinely, authentically sharing you, your thoughts, your story, your journey, what's important to you, but you're writing it in a way that you're sounding like a human. My whole motto, be a human before a marketer. Some of you are way too markety. Does that make sense? Like you're too far invested in the marketing side of it, which is not wrong, but you're forgetting on sharing the story when you're sharing the marketing. You're forgetting on sharing your voice. Your voice is sounding like everyone else's voice because that's what you think you should do. The quicker that you can show up being you, your thoughts around something. So you still could have an AI generated idea, but it's kind of like, well, how do I kind of make this sound like Helen? How do I deliver this in a way that's kind of my thoughts, my intro, brings in my story? It's me that's sharing it. It's not AI that's sharing it, or it's not somebody else where I've grabbed the content from and I just kind of changed a couple of words and made it my own, my own. It's genuinely, authentically coming from you. Does this make sense? Just checking in your comments here. Hey, Carmina, how are you? Making sense? Perfect sense? Yes, absolutely makes sense. Good. Good to hear it. And Liz is on. Liz and I were talking yesterday, and I feel sometimes like a a broken record, because I come here and I just hope that you absorb some of the key words that I continue to say all the time. And I'm coming back to it again in this video: information versus emotion. If you scan your personal profile content, you scan your TikTok videos or reels, like the hooks that you've got on them, the attention grabbers, and it's just literally information. Like, you're not drawing anyone in. Like, there's no sort of human relatability. You know, you're missing the mark. I'm getting to my point with Liz in a minute, but there's something I say all the time: information versus emotion. Your job is not, and again, emotion isn't woe is me, you know, I'm building a business because I've got no money. Like, you know, it's not that. It's not emotion. It's not woe is me emotion. It's actually really understanding the problems that you solve, the solutions that you bring to the table, the journey that you are on, no matter what anybody says, where you're going, the vision of where you're going. You know, are you planning towards retirement? Are you trying to bring in more income because your bills are ranking up? Like, what's your story? What's your journey? Are you sharing that? That's the emotion of what you're doing that other people come along the ride for. If you forget sharing your journey and sharing your emotion, I do it too. I'm not perfect. Somebody asked me today, I think it was Kieran, I just replied to you not long ago. You know, asked me, how long have you been on social media, or why, or something, and it's like, well, I came out of corporate. We had a family, you know, a really big family upset. I resigned from my job. We moved to the country. I didn't know what I was going to do with myself. But after I relaxed for a little bit, it's like, I don't want to go back into corporate. I'm going to go online and I'm going to try to work out how to make money online, and I'm going to do this network marketing thing. And all my corporate friends were not nice to me when I brought up, you know, network marketing. So I'm like, I'm not doing it that way. I'm not doing it the traditional way. I'm not talking to those people. I'm going to go online and figure this out. It's all part of my journey. It's all part of my story. I don't say that often enough. What's your story? Why are you doing what you're doing? What does it mean to you? Because I bet there's a hell of a lot of other people out there that have got the same thoughts and can resonate with your story about why it is that you're doing what you're doing. How often are you sharing that? I forget to do that too. You know, my health journey, I often share in my content how unhappy I was with my weight and my health and my inflammation. And then I got diagnosed with lupus, and it was just snowballing. And when I was going through my journey of losing the weight and feeling better and whatever, it's just like how I actually physically feel. It was the feeling of how I physically feel. And people like, I want to feel like that too. Like, what's the emotions of why you're doing what you're sharing? You know, what is it that you're selling? What, you know, you kind of get it? Like, why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you selling what you're selling? Go back to that. If you're using AI to help you create content, awesome. But don't just share what AI gives you. Weave in you, your story, your journey, your thoughts, your interpretation of things. Because otherwise, and I'm scanning a lot of people's content, and it's like, well, that's good, that's inspirational. But where's their version of why that's inspirational? What does it mean to them? Like, you kind of lose, you can really lose you in trying to post what you think you should post. But you're losing your story, you're losing your emotion, you're losing your voice, you're losing your genuineness, you're losing your authenticity, you're just losing yourself in social media. Because you're posting what you think you should post instead of what's genuinely, authentically your thoughts. Okay. So use all the things that I've just shared, like use AI, use other people that are more successful than you. Look at their content, get ideas. Absolutely do all of that. Come up with a content calendar for 30 days with all these ideas of information you want to share, value you want to share, educational content you want to share, all the E's that I share with you, like education and empowerment and entertaining and emotional content and all the kind of the E's. Some of you will know what that means. Like, share all of that, but don't forget to share your voice behind it. And back to the point that I was making with Liz, Liz said, and I wrote it down, she said to me, it's not a matter of not having it. And what she means by that is all the information, all the training, all the things you hear over and over and over again. It's not a matter of not having that information. It's a matter of hearing it. And I had a call with Liz yesterday, and she knew most of the things that I was telling you, but she said, I don't think there's something like, Liz, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think I was hearing you say it. So you can go and get a whole lot of social media training. You watch this training, you'll go and watch another training, you'll go and watch another training. There'll be all sorts of training that you've got access to. You have a lot of training. You have a lot of ideas. You have a lot of information at your disposal for free. But are you really hearing what you need to hear about what it takes to be successful online? Are you hearing the messages? Are you hearing me when I say the difference between information versus emotion? Are you hearing me when I say, don't forget to share your story of why you've used your products or how it's made you feel better, your story of why you're building a business online or a business online while you've got a job, you're doing multiple incomes streams. Like, what's the reason you're doing what you're doing? What's the story? What's the journey? And are you hearing me when I say, don't just share posts and reels and attention grabbers and hooks because you think you should? Sit back for a second and go, well, what's my take on this? Where's my authentic voice behind this post, behind this reel, behind this TikTok, behind this attention grabbing caption? Words are just words. If your hooks on your reels and your TikToks are just a couple of words, nobody gets what that even means. It's got to have a meaning. You've got to have emotion behind your content, and you've got to have you. If you're funny, be funny. If you're quirky, be quirky. If you swear, swear. You will repel the people that don't like what you say and do, but you will absolutely attract the people that do gel with you. And there's enough people out there on social media for every single one of us to have a thriving audience that gels with us, but you've got to let you shine through. Some of you are hiding behind what you think you should do instead of just showing up and being you and getting in your stories and sharing what you want to share. And I know that's scary for some of you, but I'm just encouraging you to let the walls down and share your story more and share your views more and share the vision of where you're going and the pain that you're staying away from, because that's the two biggest motivators for humans. It's where people want to go and where they want to stay away from. You've heard me say this over and over again. But like Liz said yesterday, it's not a matter of not having the information. It's a matter of, are you really hearing the messages that you need to hear from this information? Yes, yes, or yes. I don't want to hear anything other than a yes. I know it might seem I'm a little bit preachy in this video, but it's because I really do genuinely want you to hear me with this message, because I don't want you guys to turn up on social media week after week after week, which turns into month after month after month, which turns into year after year, and you're learning, you've got all the information, you have access to a lot of training, you have access to a lot of information, But are you really hearing what it takes to be successful on social media? And you do you, your story, your voice, your authenticity. Know the pains and struggles of the person that you're talking to and talk to that. Whether it's the solution or it's the staying away from the pain. The quicker you get this, the quicker you share more of your story. And don't be afraid to share your story over and over and over and over again. Like, I should share more of my story of corporate to online and the why. What's your story? What are you doing? What you're doing for? Like, do you share that with people? Is it your kids? Is it retirement? Is it like, what is it? Share it over and over again, because there are so many other people out there that feel exactly the same way. They're scared of not being able to fund their retirement. They're scared of not leaving a legacy for their kids and their grandkids. That's what hits home. It's why we're doing what we're doing that we need to share more. And that will make more of a human connection. When you have human connection with people, then they'll get interested in what you're selling. But if you're just selling and you're just sharing, you're just teaching at people, or you put all these inspirational messages out there, but they're just, there's not, you don't put your take on it. You don't share what it means to you in that message. Then you're losing a human connection. They're getting the message, but they're not getting the message from you. They're not making a human connection with you. You want people to have a human connection with you. And when people know, like, and trust you, then they're not going to be afraid to reach out and ask what it is that you're selling. Okay? I need to get off my soapbox. Sorry, I've talked long enough. But I just hope that you just go away and think about what I'm sharing with you, so you just don't waste time on social media, and you build that human connection a lot quicker through your story, your journey, your authenticity, your voice. So if you need to reread or re-listen to a reel or look at the caption and go, does that actually have meaning to it? Are people going to understand that? Or am I just feeding them more information? Does it have any emotion behind it? Am I connecting with anybody? Like, just reevaluate your own content with those kind of eyes and see if you can take your content to a next level. Because two things are going to make you successful: content and conversations. And if your content is not creating the conversations, then you might do a little bit more prospecting and networking initially until your content gets good enough that it's creating the conversations for you. Okay? Keep talking, we love it. I'm just so mindful of babbling on and talking too long, so I'm going to get off in a second. We'll just leave it with Debbie's comment. I needed this. My goal this month is start recruiting to help others with extra money. So share that story. It's the meaning behind who you want to help, but why you want to help them, and why would they get interested in what it is that you want to help them with. It's because they need help with something. They need help with earning extra money. It's the story behind it all that you need to remember to continue to share. There's some people that I follow online, and the story never gets old. There's just some people that are really good at, like, you want to say what you want to say as to why you do what you do within like one sentence. And it's like, I've gone from this to this, and it's because of this business. And this is why I do what I do. And then you go and share the rest of your content, but just get really good at sharing your story in a few little words. I need to reevaluate my own and bring it in more, because that's what creates the human connection. Okay, I've got to get off. I'm going. I hope this was beneficial for you guys to hear. Just something in all of that makes you take your content to the next level, so you can get human connection quicker, so you can ultimately make more sales in your business because the trust is there. Okay. One last thing. 2 weeks today, I will be on my way to America to speak at an event over there. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get out of the cold, the cold Australian winter. If you have any opportunity to get a virtual ticket to that event. It's called Digital Networker Live. It's John and Nadia Melton. We got Simon Chan. We've got Tim Irway. We've got Fernie. We've got myself. We've got 6, 7, 8-figure earners all sharing the best of the best with what's working now on social media. So if you go to helenmartinonline.com/DNL, so helenmartinonline.com/DNL, that's where you can find the information to get a virtual ticket. You just should invest in that ticket because it's just going to be an amazing event. If anyone's there in person, I can't wait to give you a cuddle. Anyway, I will be live, not tomorrow, but the next day. So join me. You never know what I'm going to turn up and message that I'm going to share with you today. But I hope that was helpful for some of you to listen to today. I'll see you on my next live. Bye.